Welcome back, everybody. Malcolm here again. So first off, just to get started here, you are going to hear some music in the background. The only reason is because I have the 4-year-old running around today. He's making things explode, like usual, and rather than tell him to be quiet, I thought I'd throw some music that I've made on in the background to hopefully kind of drown that out. Hopefully that's not too loud. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be too loud, I hope. I don't even know if you can hear that. Anyways, the reason for this video, as you can tell by the title up here, is gluten and vaping. And, you know, are there risks involved? If you're a celiac or gluten intolerant, can you, in fact, can you vape? I myself am a celiac, meaning I cannot consume gluten. Probably diagnosed 3 years ago or so. And so yeah, I just wanted to use my personal experiences to kind of share with anybody who might be interested in vaping but are worried about it. You know, I just give you my 2 cents on it. So let's go ahead and take a puff and then we'll get into that. I did not mean to flip you off there. Alright, so first off, let's cover the basics. In case you don't know what a celiac is, or you don't know what being gluten intolerant is, let's cover the basics of what that is, what that entails, all that good stuff. So being a celiac means that you essentially cannot consume gluten. Your body does not break it down properly, and it hurts you. With gluten intolerance, many people have different side effects, different symptoms from consuming gluten. I know some people have seizures, some people have headaches. What are some of the more common ones? Me personally, I have severe abdominal pain. You know, there's just a string of different things that can be caused by it. I would consider myself more of a moderate risk in terms of gluten. I have been hospitalized for it 3 times, but it was always because I was consuming lots of gluten daily, you know, not changing my diet. After the 3rd time, though, I realized that I shouldn't do that. If you are a celiac, if you are gluten intolerant, and you happen to find something that allows you to eat gluten, but you don't feel pain, you don't get your side effects, it's still injuring you. You're still hurting your body. And that's going to build up over time, and you will be hospitalized. It's just the sad truth of it. So what is gluten? That's the big question I get. And here, let me start the next track, just because SoundCloud was going to play a song that I did not make, because I reshared it, whatever. Anyways, not important. So what is gluten? That's the number one question I get asked by people who, you know, don't know what gluten intolerance really entails. Gluten is many things. It's wheat, flour, barley, oats in a way. I think raw oats has gluten, and then if it's treated properly, it does not have gluten. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Some caramel colorings have gluten. There's a chemical called... Ooh, I'm not going to be able to think of that one. There's certain chemicals that can contain... Puff time. There are certain chemicals, additives, preservatives, things like that that contain gluten. You know, and some of the foods that, you know, I can't eat personally, or anybody with gluten intolerance can't eat, is bread. Oatmeal sometimes is not okay, which is fine for me because I don't like oatmeal. Beer, you can't have beer. Many soy sauces are made with wheat in it for whatever reason. What else is there that I can't eat? I should know this. It's pasta, candy bars like Twix and Kit Kat. You know, wafers, cookies, donuts, cake, these are all things that you cannot consume because they contain wheat, they contain flour, they contain anything, barley in terms of beer. Luckily for celiacs, almost everything that contains gluten is also made as a gluten-free way. Whether or not it's going to taste good, that's a whole different story, and it's far more expensive to eat gluten-free. But when it's killing you, and that's what, if you continue to eat gluten and you're gluten intolerant, eventually you will either contract cancer or you'll die. That's just how it is. It sucks, but once you get into the lifestyle of not eating gluten, it's really not too big of a deal. Anyway, so on to what this video is supposed to be talking about. Kind of went on a rant there. Can you vape if you're a celiac? Is there gluten in e-juices? No. I have not yet found a flavor that did have gluten, and I do smoke. Like right now I'm smoking the strawberry shortcake. Here in a little while I just got vanilla cupcake in, so I'll be trying that. And again, I don't see having any issues. I've had a couple brownie flavors, there's no issues with those. Yeah, so far I have not found anything that contains gluten. And I also have not done research on this, mainly because when you are gluten intolerant, most of your day is spent figuring out what can I and can't I eat. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, unless you're eating at home, which I almost do exclusively now. But if you do need to go eat out, generally it's like if you're with family, meeting with a group of people, business meetings, they always want to go to Starbucks and things like that. So a lot of my time is spent looking up, what can I and can't I eat. And when it came to vaporizing, it was one of those things I probably shouldn't have done, but I just took the risk. I just jumped into it, and it was one of those things where if I have pain, then I know not to do it. So I haven't done any research myself, and I strongly suggest you do. Go on Google, look up, what risks are brought upon by vaping and having a gluten intolerance. So I haven't done my own research, but I do have issues with cross-contamination. Like, let's say somebody makes me a sandwich with normal bread and realizes that it's supposed to be gluten-free bread. They take the normal bread off, put gluten-free bread on. Just by the normal bread touching the sandwich, I'm going to have a lot of pain and I'm going to have symptoms from that. So cross-contamination and small amounts of gluten do affect me, and I have not had any issues with vaping. I've tried flavors from numerous shops here local to Albuquerque, and then the only nationwide one that I've done is Mount Baker Vapor, which if you watched the first video, you know that, and that has not been giving me any issues either. So if you are a celiac, if you are gluten intolerant, I would say you're fine. Just with anything, do your research. You're gonna have to, feel it out for yourself. Everybody who's a celiac, everybody who's gluten intolerant has a different level of intolerance. For instance, there's a gluten-free bakery in town that I go to, and the lady who opened that, if she's just in a room with, say, a bowl of flour in the room, breathing the air will give her symptoms. That's how intolerant she is. Luckily, I'm not one of those people. But if you are, there might be a possibility of having issues. I don't know. I don't know if gluten can be, moved through vapor. I don't, like I said, I haven't done the research. I don't know. But I personally have not had any issues. And so if somebody who's a celiac asked me if they can vape, I would tell them yes. If you really are worried about it, buy a cheap Ego startup kit, a small, 350 battery and a Mini Nova or a VV Nova. Spend $20, $30. Try it, see what happens, and if you're okay, then you're okay. But based off what I've experienced, based off the things that I've tried and and done, I would say go for it. If you're a celiac, if you can't consume gluten, go ahead, vape it up. Even the cake flavors, there doesn't seem to be any issue with that. So yeah, I mean, that's really what I wanted to talk about, because I don't see people talk about gluten intolerance and vaping too much. And so I just wanted to put this video out there in case there is somebody searching for it. You know, if you are curious, because I know being a celiac, it's rough, and it's kind of scary, you know, not knowing. You know, every time you put something into your body, you wonder, should I have ate that? Should I have drank that? You know, is touching this countertop going to give me problems? So hopefully this video helps out a couple of you guys out there that, you know, might have those questions. And yeah, do it, try it out. You know, don't overdo it at first, obviously. You know, see how you feel. But I would say you're fine. Anyways, I'm done ranting. This video's been going on for 700 seconds, whatever the hell that is. And yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. More videos to come. At least one more video today is going to come in, so please stay tuned. This channel, as you can tell, is brand new. This is only the second video, but I do want to start making more and more videos. I'm hoping to do 3 to 4 a week starting out, depending on, you know, the topics that I can think of to talk about. Anyways, I'll talk about that in another video about the future of this channel. That'll probably be the next video. Anyways, I'm gonna stop ranting, stop talking, take another puff. Have a great day. Stay away from gluten if you have to. Actually, one more thing I wanted to add in. For people who are gluten-free to be healthier, fuck you. I mean, I would love to be able to go out and have a donut in the morning, or to go to my favorite pizza shop and have a slice of pizza, or to go have a beer, you know, at any bar that I want to. You know, I would love to be able to do these things, but I can't, because it would kill me, almost literally. And so if your body is able to digest gluten, if your body can process that with no side effects, no issues at all, fucking eat gluten, man. I mean, to me, that's like hacking off one of your legs because you wanted to be 10 pounds lighter, and then bragging to a military vet who had his legs blown off by an IED about how you're 10 pounds lighter and you know, you can fit in different clothes now that you have one less leg. Fuck you, seriously. I wouldn't ever like get in anybody's face or get upset with somebody about, you know, choosing not to consume gluten just for the healthiness of it. But it really fucking irritates me, and I just wanted to throw that out there because I don't get the option to talk about that too much, because I don't confront people about it. Your life decisions are your life decisions. You can do whatever the hell you want. But me personally, it's really goddamn irritating when you consume gluten and you don't consume gluten and you don't have to do that. Anyways, that's my rant. I'm done here. Take one last puff. Have a great day. Watch the next videos. Subscribe. Whatever. I love you guys.